Well, hello everybody and welcome to Jeff's Baking Blog. Today I'm going to make some chocolate chip strawberry shortcake. Shortcake is a little bit like scones really, or scones, or in the USA a bit like biscuits. So it's a very simple recipe, and we start off by preheating the oven to 220 degrees Celsius, 200 Celsius with a fan, 450 Fahrenheit, and I've got a couple of baking trays which I've lined with silicone mats, but you can line them with parchment paper, ready to take our dough once we've mixed it. So I'll go on to the ingredients, and for this I have 450 grams, about a pound of strawberries which I have hulled and cut into quarters. I have 300 grams, 2 cups, that's based on scooping packed flour into a 250 milliliter cup of plain flour. 75 grams, 6 tablespoons of caster sugar, which I'm going to divide into 4 tablespoons and 2 tablespoons. I have 8 grams, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 4 grams, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1.5 grams, a quarter of a teaspoon of salt, 160 millilitres, 2/3 of a cup of buttermilk, 60 grams, a quarter of a cup plus 1 teaspoon of unsalted butter, which I have melted and it's cooling down a little bit, 85 grams, half a cup or thereabouts of chocolate chips. If you can get the mini ones, they're okay. I think these are okay. They're not really the mini ones, but they'll be fine. And then I have 480 millilitres, 2 cups of double cream, and I have 25 grams, 2 tablespoons of caster sugar. That's to go into the cream, and the cream is going to be sandwiched between 2 layers of the shortcake basically. So the first thing I'm going to do is to macerate about half of my strawberries, and so for that I'm going to put about half of them into a bowl, and I'm going to sprinkle over 25 grams, which is 2 tablespoons, of sugar, and I'll just mix that around, and that's going to form a nice syrup, and it's going to draw out some of the juices from the strawberries to make that syrup a lovely strawberry flavour. So I'll set that to one side until we need it, and we'll go on to make the dough for the shortcake. And to make the dough, I'm going to put my flour into a large bowl. I'm going to sprinkle over the baking soda, the baking powder, the salt, and the remainder of that sugar. And I'm going to mix those together. And then I'll put in my chocolate chips and stir those through as well. And you can omit the chocolate chips if you want to, and then I'm going to pour in my buttermilk and the butter, and I'm simply going to fold that in until everything is combined. And so with that folded in quite nicely, I'm going to divide that into 8 pieces. Now you could flatten it out and cut it out using a cookie cutter, but I'm simply going to divide it up into 8. So with the shortcake dough divided into 8 pieces, about 83 grams each, I'm actually going to form each one into a disc. And like that. So I'm just going to roll them in my hand and then put them on the baking tray and press them down like that. And with my 8 flattened like that, I've decided I'm just going to take a little bit of my cream and brush it on the top. You don't have to do this because we're going to put some whipped cream and a strawberry piece on the top once they're baked. But with any edge that may be exposed, it'd be nice if it has a bit of colour on it. But you don't want to brush the sides because that will inhibit the rise. And then I'm going to put those into the oven and I'm going to bake them for 15 minutes. And after 15 minutes they should be baked through. So I'll take them out of the oven and put them onto a wire rack to cool down. And once they're cool, I'll come back and we'll whip our cream and we'll fill the shortcakes. So I baked my shortcake buns for 15 minutes and I took them out of the oven and put them onto a wire rack until they were cool. And now I've actually sliced them in half. So you can see inside that one there. And I'm going to put cream and strawberries in this inside, a little bit more cream on the top and a piece of strawberry on the top. So first of all we need to sort out the strawberries and the cream. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour my macerated strawberries and the juices which have been released into the remaining strawberries. I'm going to stir those around like that and set those to one side. And then in a bowl I'm going to pour in my cream. And add in my 25 grams of sugar, and I'm going to whisk those until the cream is quite stiff. And that's my cream quite stiff now. So I'm going to put that into my strawberries. Now you can do that by piping it, or you can just do it by spooning it. It's entirely up to you. And I'm going to spoon it in. So I'm simply taking each of the buns in turn, and I'm going to put a good helping of cream like that on it. And then I'm going to just put some strawberries on there as well and push them in. And put a little bit more cream on the top like that. Then I'm going to put that other half on top with a dollop of cream on there, like that. And I'm going to take a piece of strawberry, which I've set aside, just 8 pieces, and put that on the top. And that's one done. I'll do the same with the remainder. So there are my chocolate chip strawberry shortcakes, and they look quite good, I think, and I'm sure they're going to taste very nice. So I'm going to take the smallest one and have a taste of that. So I'll have a taste. That's very, very good. The whole combination of the shortcake, the chocolate chip, the cream and the strawberries is very good indeed. These aren't difficult to make, and they're a lovely summertime treat. So I'm going to put the remainder of mine in the fridge until I can deliver them where they need to go. And that's going to be it for this recipe. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, please give me the thumbs up below and click to subscribe to my YouTube channel. In the top right hand corner of the screen there will be an eye that you can click on, and that will take you to a link for the recipe, and I'll put a link below the video as well, and I'll be back with another recipe in the very near future. So until then, happy baking.